Alright, let's see how we are looking at the first part of day 4 here. I got the windshield out. As you can see, and not to be unexpected, we've got some corrosion. What is kind of unexpected here is somebody in the past thought maybe a good solution to, I guess, rust or something is JB Weld. And I suppose if you're not somebody who can do metal work, maybe that is a good solution. But it's not a very permanent one, because JB Weld is not going to be able to stop the rust. Maybe if you use rust converter first, then maybe some primer, and then maybe JB Weld to smooth it out so you get a seal. Maybe. But yeah, that doesn't look like what's happened here. So I'm going to grind away a little bit to see if I can see what's actually under, like here, thick patches of JB Weld. I'm betting that it was dented. I'm hoping, but I don't think so. I think it might be actually holes. So for those of you who aren't sure, hey, maybe I could give JB Weld a shot and it's kind of helped me patch up some holes, the answer to that question is a big no. It's only going to make your problem worse. I don't know what this window track looked like before, but I suspect it wasn't this bad. JB Weld takes a bad situation and makes it worse in the long run. So, if you're thinking, hey, maybe I'll just slap me a little JB Weld on this bad boy and she's as good as new, I'm gonna go with no. So I was prepping the surface there for rust converter. Rust converter is different than rust preventer. Rust converter has an acid inside that dissolves the ferrous oxide, and then it converts that solution with the rest of the stuff that's in the rust converter, and after about 24 hours it will dry, it'll cure into a black hard epoxy, typically black. I mean, I've seen it, you know, kind of a whitish color. Let me close the flaps here so I can get to the top side. You can tell a rust converter from a rust preventer because, well, it usually burns your nose a little bit because it's got the acid in it. Phosphoric acid. It's not like it's dangerous. I suppose it's dangerous if you drank it, but it's not going to blind you or anything like that. And so the trick with rust converter is you don't need it to be dripping. In fact, that's a little bit working against you, because you need the ferrous oxide in solution so that it can use that for the chemical reaction to turn it into the epoxy. Okay, here we are, wrapping up day 4, and just over here taking a look underneath. Yeah, it's not too bad. Let's see what, whoa. Hey, there's no more door. Can see where it all is. This is really pretty solid. I don't think I need to cut all of this off and replace it all, but maybe. I am going to cut a bit into this, just a little bit before I leave, because I want to place the order for some metal. And the floorboards are the first place I'm going to get to. You'll notice there's no door over there either. So I want to look inside here and see how deep this goes, but I really think this is all coming from the outside going in. You know, if I zoom in my light here, you can look down in there. Really, there's not a bunch of rust down inside. So it's this side that is wet. You know, I think there used to be rubber pads here on these steps. Then this whole thing was covered in a rubber pad. So water gets there, doesn't evaporate, you get rust. Now some of these places, yeah, I need to cut into this, see how far that goes. I did prepped this. You'll see that in the time-lapse video. You can see here, this one doesn't look as bad as the other side. And we did dig into that a bit more. And actually, it's really, this main member is not corroded at all. So, I don't think it's going to be a terrible job. So here's the plan. I'm ordering the entire pan section here. I'm ordering the left half cargo section. That'll take care of 2 of the biggest rust areas. I'm gonna go ahead, I think I'm gonna go ahead and order the 2 steps, because I mean they're perforated. So you need to go ahead and get that done. But this outer, that's solid. Don't need to worry about that. I am going to put the order in, and they're not going to be shipped for at least 3 weeks, but both corners, the battery pan on both sides, even though this is just the side with the battery. The yeah, I'm gonna get this piece here, because the battery acid got into it, corroded this piece. I'm gonna get this rear valence, even though I don't actually need it all. I may just well, I say that, and I can feel perforation down here, so I may need the yeah, I'll need the new valence, because I'll need to cut this away, fix the bit of rust that's in there. I'll probably cut that away tonight so I can see it. This guy, and then a few more pieces here and there, and then I'll get started on welding here in the next major phase. So this phase of the project looks like a lot is done, because you see a lot of change. Really, this is the easy part of the whole job, because you're just taking things apart and grinding things. You're not having to actually fix anything yet. I do actually have the battery charge over here. I wonder, I'm gonna put the key in and see if it turns over. Okay, you can see it's just very temporarily sat in place here. Let's see what happens when we turn the key. I heard a click back there. Ooh. Hey, 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 hey. The engine turns over. That is promising. Okay. At least it ain't locked up. It might smoke like a chimney if it ever runs, but now I don't feel so bad about dropping it. Now I can, at least I know I've got something to work with here. All right.